Hey everyone, this is Buddy, back with another video, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know on why you guys actually do need some external storage devices. Now, depending on what you're going to use it for, how much you need, speed, all that stuff, let's cover it and take a look at what you guys should be buying for yourself. So, like I said, you do need an external storage device. Whether that's in the cloud or a physical storage device, you do need something to back up your files to. Files from your phone or files from your computer, you need to have those things backed up so that if any case that something breaks, you do have a copy of those most important things to you. So the first thing we're gonna look at is how much storage do you actually need for your stuff? It's pretty hard to determine this, especially if you're trying to buy something new and you don't know how much you need. Things don't take up a lot of storage and things are getting more efficient nowadays, but if say you have some big Photoshop files or large videos that are either in 4K or something like that, for example, you're gonna need a lot of storage. Same with photos. If you have a ton of photos or photos say shot in RAW compared to JPEG or HEIC, then you definitely need some more storage and space to store all those precious things that you have. A good way to benchmark kind of how much storage you will need in the future is how much storage you're currently using. So take a look at how much storage is currently being used up on your phone or computer, and then kind of give yourself a little bit of a guess of how long do you want this thing to last you. So for example, if you want your computer to last you say 3 years and you've already used up a third of your storage, you probably want a storage device with probably triple or quadruple the amount of storage so that you can have multiple backups or lots of photos that you take off of that computer and put on to a storage device that will last you years into the future. Now, you don't want something that's crazy expensive because of how much storage you're gonna eventually use in the future, but you want something that'll last you, a good amount of time into the future so you don't have to worry about buying another storage device soon after you bought your first one. Next thing is storage also has some different properties of speed. So SSDs or solid state drives, those things are usually much faster than traditional hard drives or HDDs. So depending on kind of how much speed is important to you, you will end up spending more or less money. So typically SSDs, and the faster you go for storage, the more expensive you'll get and the less storage you'll get for how much money you pay for. For example, if you pay $100 for 1 terabyte, it'll cost you say $200 for half a terabyte if you go up in speed, that kind of thing. So generally, I would recommend kind of gauging for yourself how much speed is important to you. Do you want to be able to quickly transfer something and get on with your day and leave it? Or would you rather leave it for 5 hours or something while it transfers completely and you don't really need that stuff usable right away, so you don't care how long it takes? This kind of thing will play into effect, so just kind of gauge your own willingness to pay for this type of speed. So next thing is the manufacturer and data recovery warranties. With the device that you buy, typically the manufacturers have a warranty that you should be aware of. Now, this only replaces the drive, so if you want to buy a data recovery software, you can. Now, there's a lot that goes into these warranties, so if you guys are more curious about the nuances of this warranty, there'll be a little card up here in the corner that you guys can click on, or a link down in the description to another video that I made about data recovery and manufacturer's warranties on external storage drives. This doesn't cover cloud storage plans because those things aren't really gonna break on you. Now, you really should have 2 drives that have your stuff on it. So with your computer, you have your computer and a backup drive. So that way, if either one of them fails, you have the files on another spot. Now, for extra files that you move off of your computer or off of your phone, you want to have 2 storage drives for that data. So you really want to have 2 separate ones for, say, all of your photos. So if you have 2 portable drives, all that has the same information on each. That way, if one of them fails, you still have it all on the other. This will kind of help you in the future with not having to go through the tedious process of getting all the data recovery off of a drive, and instead just use that manufacturer's warranty to get a new drive. So going into the design of these storage drives, there's a bunch of options. You could go cloud and just back it up, say through iCloud, for example, Apple's storage drive, or you could go through the cloud, but it's actually in your home, so you could go with a NAS or a network attached storage drive, which means basically you just upload your photos to that external drive, or You could go for a portable drive that you just can plug in, take wherever, or you could go with a drive that actually sits on your desk and is stationary. You have to plug it into the wall and your computer or phone or whatever to back it up to. Lots of options. You guys have to decide on which option is best for you. My recommendation is, if you're going with a cloud-based or a network-based option, make sure you guys have a fairly good internet connection, because it's going to take however long it takes to transfer that based off of your internet speeds compared to a physical cable speed. Now with that cable speed, make sure you're buying something that's compatible with your device. So say you have a new MacBook, you want something that has USB Type-C connectivity so you can just plug it straight into your MacBook. You don't really want to buy something that you have to plug in an adapter for. You know, it just creates a little bit more of a bottleneck and will throttle your speeds as well. So make sure you guys buy something with the connectivity that you guys know that you have. Now, furthermore, there's one last thing that I kind of wanted to touch on, is there are some more technical options that you guys could go for that are a little bit more expensive and are involved a little bit more, but also are great options out there for you. This option is RAID. So basically, RAID is a storage option that allows you to have multiple disks or drives in there that allow the software to intelligently write to certain parts of the drives that it has in there that will keep your data safe, and in case one of the drives fails, it'll have all the data on another drive, so your data will still be good until you replace that other drive that failed. So like I said, it's a little bit more technical, a little bit more expensive, and it requires just a little bit more due diligence of research and knowing what you're buying, but this is also an option for those that have a ton of data or a ton of important data that they want to store on an external drive, and make sure that that stuff is safe. But if you guys enjoyed this video, before you leave, please hit that big red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you stay updated with our future videos. I'm sure there'll be some cool ones that you guys want to watch out there later. But thank you guys so much for watching. Any questions, leave in the comments below, but I'll see you in the next video.